Hi, I'm Ed Halpaus, Grand Lodge Education Officer for the Grand Lodge of Minnesota. I'm here with Brother Ian Lum to make some education videos, and he's the one that's directing everything here today. I'm standing here by the winding staircase at North Star Lodge and between the pillars of Jacob and Boaz. And you'll see over my shoulder here the ship that's mentioned in some of the degree work. I'd like to talk a little bit about the symbolism that we hear during the rituals, and Masons will recognize what I'm talking about, that's for sure. You might not expect to find symbolism in the word rubbish, as is used in the third degree, but there is some symbolism there. The word rubbish is sometimes wrongly replaced with the word rubble. We're told in the ritual that at the building, all the building materials for King Solomon's temple were cut, squared, numbered, and prepared prior to being transported to the site of the temple. The building was then erected from these pre-cut pieces with wooden mauls, and the pieces fit together so well that it appeared to be divinely erected. No iron tools were needed in the construction of the temple. A modern example of buildings being prepared somewhere else and then erected in a different location is at Greenfield Village near Detroit, Michigan. But such a vivid description as we have in the Bible about the erection of King Solomon's temple and in the third degree indicates that there would be little to no construction rubble. However, with a job site and many workmen at the site, over what we're told was a 7-year period, there would have been rubbish. In the Hiramic legend, the body of the Grand Master was hidden for a time so that no one would be likely to find his remains. Where better for criminals to hide evidence of their crime but in an accumulation of rubbish, a rubbish dump. Rubbish implies an accumulation of useless waste. If it were a rubble dump, for instance, there would likely be workers going in and out of there looking for something useful for a project of some sort. But in rubbish, it's unlikely there would be any visitors except for rodents and serpents. Part of the symbolism found in this part of the Hiramic legend is that rubbish represents passions and prejudices, which certainly would have been a ruling force in the minds of criminals who would sink so low as to murder someone. Their discordant passions ruled when their desire to acquire what they weren't capable of understanding led them to their life of crime. They were being ruled by greed, jealousy, and hate, prejudices against one who knew more than they did. The lesson of this part of the Hiramic legend is that we as Masons ought to remove the rubbish of prejudice and destructive passions from our lives in order that we might be fitted to search for and receive eternal truth and wisdom. Thus, for the Masonic student studying the lessons and meaning of this part of the third degree, he will learn the symbolism of the shovel. We're told in the ritual about the various parts of the temple, how they fitted with such exactness that no iron tools were used in the construction of it. However, none of us knows whether iron tools were used in the site preparation. Shovels would have been used in the digging of the foundation. Maybe there were wooden shovels, but I suspect iron shovels may have been used to prepare the site. Some of you may know the shovel is one of the working tools of the Royal Arch Mason, which symbolizes the removal of passions and prejudices, so that the Mason may fit himself for the search and reception of eternal truth and wisdom. In the Bible, the shovel's use was to remove rubbish. Rubbish is the stuff that is not needed or useful. Brother Ian and I thank you for watching the video. See you next time. So long.